Awesome, let's go. Yo guys, so good news. Great start to the video. Got some hardware. I had to order these on Amazon because I couldn't find anywhere in town to buy threaded rivet nuts and screws to go into each other. But I did get started on putting some in, but I needed more to finish the whole thing because the rivet gun that I bought came with some, but unfortunately it only came with about like 8 of them, and that's not even enough to finish all the way down and to go for the other side. But I can finally put on the rear over fenders and put it back there. Right now I have the fronts jacked up because I'm having some issues with this to get that sanded down and aligned enough so I can have a little bit more clearance so it doesn't crack the fender. But other than that, the other side is nearly done. Over here, sorry about the lighting issue, but this side is nearly done and close to being finished, and I can just I'm almost ready to paint this one. I'm just gonna spray paint it black, that way I can get wrap the stick to it a little better, and then call it a day, and this one's gonna be ready soon. As far as the driver's side, like I said, it needs more TLC and attention to be finished off. But as far as the rears, those I should be able to just slap it on. I might have to do a little cut, a little bit of cutting on the other side for the gas tank issue, because like I said, this kit's not made for this car, so I have to do some adjustments. Alright, so we're getting very close, so I can start getting everything put together. I'm coming so close to finishing this. So far, I got all my holes drilled. I forgot what size drill bit I used, but it's enough for a 1/4 rivet nut to fit. So, I should have been already done with finishing all this and riveting in it, and I should have had this all cut and then had it welded. I was trying to get it welded and have the fender on by this previous Wednesday or Thursday, but I didn't have any rivet nuts to put into the car or these screws to even like get the job started. So that was the downfall. I didn't have any material to get it going. I was hoping I could just run to the store, pick everything up, put it in, call it a day, but that was not the case. But it's okay. You can't meet every standard, you know. Even for myself, I can't meet my own deadline sometimes because things happen, and then when you're not prepared, you're not prepared. Goes one. So how a rivet works is, it took me a little time to understand, but I finally figured out. What you want to do is get the size that you need, of course, for your hole that you made, and of course the thread size you need on the riveter, the rivet gun. And for your nut, what you're gonna do is just screw it in all the way, as so. And what you're gonna do when you put it in the car, you squeeze, and as you squeeze, this end, sorry, it's not focusing. This end over here pinches all of this together, and what happens is that in the hole that you have, the end of it kind of like pinches together between all this material that's getting crunched up, and it holds it there. So that's how it works. What you're gonna do is press really hard on there. Fender time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, so a cool thing I recommend, I'm about to go for sanding right now. One, wear a mask. I don't have any right now and I'll go in the store. So don't listen to me. I'm just kidding. But a cool thing I recommend is getting a vacuum cleaner. And if you're sanding, what you can do is have all the dust go into here as you're sanding so it's not fuming all over the place while you're working. So I'm gonna start the vacuum. So far this is the troubling part on the side of the car, is the driver's side, because I made a horrible cut. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the video and you've seen it also, is that I made a cut here. I cut a bunch off in this area and then I made one down here, which isn't too bad. This was super easy to put back together. But all up here on this curve, I'm trying to do my best to replicate the other side as well, which is the passenger side, which doesn't have too many flaws other than just needing to fill that space in. But driver's or passenger side is looking really solid. But like I mentioned already, driver's side is where I just sent it horribly wrong, but we're getting there. Alright guys, so we're finally finalizing the fenders. So far what I have done already, sorry I didn't record it, but I have closed off this piece. If you've seen earlier that had a gap on the passenger side, that's finally closed off. Probably gonna straighten that a little bit more, so sand it. I sanded off grinded off the extra fiberglass for the holes to mount the whole fender so it can secure properly, and then close off another extra set of gaps on the fender so no water or thing goes inside. But other than that, I just gotta do probably like 220 to maybe through 400 grit to sand it down, and then I can go in for a paint and get it painted so I can prep it up for a wrap. And after I paint it, then I can wrap it, of course. That's the passenger side. Now for the front driver fender, doing a little bit more Bondo on this portion because this is the one that needs a little more attention. Filling up little spaces so there's no ridges or unevenness. Then I'm gonna go in and sand it down. I put the Bondo on right now, so I can't really do anything with it because it's still a little moist and wet. But other than that, this one's almost ready to go as well. And then after that, I can go back to these guys. I mounted the rear over fenders just to see where it looks. It might look a little funky because obviously that is too short of a wheelbase, so I need to extend it out some more. So I gotta work on getting wheel extended studs or extended wheel studs, and maybe a bigger wheel adapter or wheel spacer so it sticks up more. But yeah, that's the next part to that. Also, I gotta cut the fenders on the back and then have someone come and weld it for me. I was supposed to have this done like on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, but today's Friday and I'm kind of behind, but that's okay. I'll probably just get them cut later on, probably next week or so, or the following week after. But other than that, it's looking smooth. On the passenger side, I do have to do a little slit right here. Do want to say this is for a 350Z. I was trying to sell these, but no one was biting, so I was like, screw it, I'm gonna put them on here because whatever. But I like it. And then maybe down the road I'll swap it over to the G35 fenders actually, but who knows. It's already a process getting this on here. But anyways, we're almost there. I wish I was like in this position where I'm at 2 days ago, because I would have been chilling right now and then wrapping it, everything, and calling it a day. But I'm kind of behind and kind of down on it. But I'm happy. It's almost done. Carlos, stuff like this you gotta take your time with, and if stuff happens, just push it to the side and go for the next day. But yeah,